Hi, I welcome you to our first guided chakra meditation of the chakra series that I announced a couple of weeks ago. And together over the next couple of weeks, we're going to meet and explore every single one of the 7 main chakras. And today we are going to explore together the root chakra. And the root chakra for us human beings here on earth is the most important chakra when it comes to really be embodied and connected to Mother Earth, embodied in our physical vessel and connect to this experience here on this planet with Gaia. So I invite you in these meditations, as you will see, to be very, very passive and to just let yourself be guided through this experience. Don't need to do anything. And yeah, let's start. I invite you, if that feels right, to close your eyes and to just find a comfortable position, whether that's sitting or lying down, in which you can remain over the next maybe 20 minutes comfortably and relaxed. Just find your spot. And I invite you to just arrive here with me in the present moment, this shared experience. And to connect to your breath. Notice how your breath naturally streams in and out. Just let it flow naturally. Become aware. And just notice your inner energy field of your body. How you as an energy light body inhabit this form fully. You are here now, in this present moment. And completely direct your attention inward now. Anything that's going on in the mind, in the mental space, can just pass through now like clouds in the sky. And your awareness is totally within, in this physical, embodied experience now. And then invite you slowly to direct your awareness to the place in your body where your beautiful and radiant root chakra resides. And in many spiritual traditions, is said to be located the bottom of the spine. To be more specific, and in my experience, we find the root chakra at the center point of the pelvic floor. And I'm sure you all know how to connect to your pelvic floor. So very consciously connect to that space now. The center point within the pelvic bowl, the pelvic floor. And for the women amongst us, it's just the spot where our yoni resides, really. Just connect to that area. And if you like, you could visualize a glowing, radiant light ball that is sitting there. And you can visualize this beautiful, radiant, alive light ball in the color of a deep red, a glowing red, the color of life. Usually the root chakra is associated with the color of red. And the root chakra is, like I mentioned earlier, the most important chakra when it comes to embodiment and feel a sense of groundedness, connection to the earth, to Mother Earth, to Gaia. And so via the root chakra we are directly connected to the earth. You can even envision it like an invisible cord that connects this pelvic floor root chakra area to the soil, to the earth, and is anchored there. Now, on a somatic level, I invite you to connect to this physical spot within your body where the root chakra resides, and to just get a sense for how you relate to this area, how it feels in the body. Is there an openness there for you? Is that an area where you can let go very easily? Is the root chakra area an area where you feel tense or even contracted maybe? Or even you might notice a clenching there. Something that can't fully let go. Or you might relate to that area with no sensation at all, numbness. You don't feel much. And that's also fine, whatever your experience is right now. On a somatic level, that's all okay. And sometimes when we human beings, divine beings in human form, we don't feel so safe here on planet Earth. We don't feel safe in this human experience. Then sometimes when we become aware of the body, we notice there's a clenching there in this root chakra area. It happens very subtly, and subconsciously. And just become aware of your own experience in this area. And so what does the root chakra in the Vedic tradition actually represent? It usually represents a sense of rootedness and anchoredness, safety, stability, a sense of belonging, and a sense of groundedness here on earth. And for many beings on the spiritual path, that's a very tricky chakra. I know it was for me for many, many years. In fact, the root chakra was the chakra that Kundalini energy decided to open last, because it was my most blocked chakra of them all. And that's understandable, because we as human beings were so vulnerable here on planet Earth. And it's really hard to feel safe. You might ask yourself, how am I supposed to feel safe in a place like this? The physical realm with unpredictability, instability. How am I supposed to feel safe in a world that is obviously not a safe place? And that's a very valid question, and this is why we connect to the root chakra today. To connect to a deeper sense of safetyness and stability within ourselves, beyond the circumstantial, three-dimensional life situation. And again, I invite you to inquire, connect to your root chakra. Can you let go, maybe, a little bit more? Just envision that beautiful, radiant, red light ball, how it sits there and nourishes you. When our sense of safety is merely rooted in a circumstantial, situational safetyness, then this will never be an everlasting source of trust, because the human experience is defined by fleetingness. One form arises, one form collapses. So how can we trust? What is your relationship to being human? Is it something that you can embrace, say yes to? Or is it something that you even want to escape from time to time? Like many spiritual people, they tend to have blasted open upper chakras, but the root chakra then is very closed and blocked, like it was for me for years. Because we cannot fully embrace this experience here on earth. So if we transform this idea of safety and groundedness and stability into something that provides us with everlasting stability and safety, and we find this anchor within ourselves, our divine nature, that part in us that is uncorruptible, eternal, unshakable, and everlasting. The divine connection within us. This is our true source of trust and safety, beyond all circumstantial stuff that's going on in our lives on planet Earth. If this is our anchor, and then that's our true source of safety. Let's see if you can shift your perspective a little bit. And again, I invite you to inquire, can you let go a little bit more in the root chakra? Can you open a little bit more? Another term that is often associated with the root chakra is grounding, feeling grounded. And for every one of us, grounding can mean something different. But grounding is in fact, and especially on the spiritual path, very important. To not lose ground, to not lose touch with this human experience. So you can ask yourself, what does grounding mean for me? I know for myself it means connecting to the ordinary things in life, the so-called ordinary things, like connecting to Mother Nature, going on walks, taking my dog out for a walk, preparing food, chopping vegetables, cleaning the house, anything that involves the body, the things that human beings have been doing for thousands of years, maintaining their lives. That's what gives me a sense of groundedness. Maybe it's different for you. For some people it's exercise or connecting to the element of water, which can be very grounding. Find that which makes you feel grounded and embodied. And when the root chakra starts to open, to feel, to be unblocked by the grace of God, Kundalini energy, we can experience various symptoms. To me, it always was a heat and a pressure in the root. At times very intense. When all the trauma and blockages and all these residues are being cleared from the root. Maybe Kundalini Shakti needs a lot of pressure and heat to release that. And this can feel very uncomfortable at times. And the only thing we can assist Shakti with that is by fully surrendering and trusting that in this intelligence. So if you yourself experience root chakra sensations right now, I invite you to even open into it deeper. And again, can you open a little bit more? Can you let go a little bit more in the root? feel into your pelvic floor. How does it feel now? Giving this part of the body attention. I invite you now to visualize how a cord, an energetic cord, connects your root chakra, and this cord goes into the earth, to the center of this planet, to the earth core. So your root chakra is now connected with this beautiful, maybe even invisible energy conduit that goes into the earth. And at the core of the earth we find a giant, beautiful crystal there. You can visualize whatever crystal you like. Just imagine your crystal in the giant size and how it's connected via this cord to your root chakra. And this crystal is radiating unconditional love. And it represents a source of everlasting nourishment, safety, stability, and groundedness. And this connection between your root and this crystal can never be severed by anything. It is carrying you through life. We do not need to find an escape. We also have our higher realm support, of course, but the earth core itself is loving with us also. It's not an either or experience. This giant crystal is your source of unconditional love as long as you're embodied here on planet Earth. Now connect again to your root chakra. The root chakra is grateful that we connected with it today. Maybe your pelvic floor might feel a bit different now. Maybe it just feels the same. That's okay. Whatever experience you had today in this meditation is valid and okay. Sometimes we just become aware of little pointers. Oh, this might still need some healing, this part of me, or where do I feel blocked still? And then I invite you to slowly redirect your attention from the root chakra into the rest of your body, your breath. Just become aware of your entire beingness, how you are this unshakable, divine being having a human experience. And become aware of your environment again, the room you're in. Maybe you would like to slowly blink your eyes open. And if you're ready in your own time, I welcome you back to the shared space. If you enjoyed this little root chakra journey and the inquiry, you are very welcome to join me next time when we are going to visit the sacral chakra. You can also leave me a comment. I would be very curious to how your experience was in this meditation and how you relate to the root in general. And you can also, of course, like the video or subscribe to the channel if you want to support my work. Namaste.